Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Northern Ireland against England in the qualifying campaign for the 2023 Women's World Cup. The game is taking place at Windsor Park, home of Northern Ireland, and I can tell you that Windsor Park is sold out for the game. Northern Ireland are currently third in Group D, 3 points behind Austria, who they lost to away 3-1 on Friday, but they have won all but three matches, and one of those matches that they lost to was against England on October 23 when they played them at Wembley and lost 4-0, of course. They must win against England to stay in contention for the playoff, at least, as their chances are very remote following their defeat against Austria on Friday. England, what more can I say about them? Completely dominating their qualifying group, and a win will ensure one step closer to automatic promotion. But if Austria drop points against Latvia, then the Lionesses are guaranteed qualification right there and then. Right there and now, I should say. And no changes expected from Serena Wiegman from their last match against North Macedonia, which they won 10-0. Except that Jill Scott will be dropped for this game. Except that Jill Scott will be dropped for this game, and Leah Williamson is expected to start after recovering from concussion. Also back are Beth England and Niamh Charles, who, as you may remember, tested positive for COVID-19 before the match against North Macedonia. Other than that, England's lineup remains pretty much unchanged. So we're now going to go through the teams, starting with Northern Ireland. Jackie Burns starts in goal, the number one. Then the other players are number 13, Kelsey Burrows, number 5, Julie Nelson, number 4, Sarah McFadden, number 3, Demi Vance, number 22, Abby McGee, the captain, number 8, Marissa Callahan, number 20, Jolie Andrews. She scored. She was the only goal scorer for Northern Ireland in their previous match against Austria. Number 10, Rachel Furness. Number 9, Simone McGill. And number 14, Lauren Wade. For England, the starting lineup is number 1, Mary Earps, making a return to full starting since England's Arnold Clark Cup campaign. Number 3, the other players: number 3, Jess Carter; number 5, the captain, Leah Williamson; number 6, Millie Bright; number 2, Lucy Bronze; number 10, Ella Toone; number 4, Kira Walsh; number 8, Georgia Stanway; number 11, Lauren Hemp; number 9, Ellen White; and number 7, Beth Mead. The line of substitutes: number 13, Hannah Hampton, and number 21, Ellie Roebuck. The goalkeepers, both featured in the Arnold Clark Cup. Hannah Hampton, of course, started in England's 10-0 win against North Macedonia. The other substitutes are Rachel Daly, Katie Zeelam, Gabby George. Number 12, Rachel Daly; number 14, Katie Zeelam; number 15, Gabby George; number 16, Demi Stokes, dropped from the starting lineup, so is a substitute this time round. Number 17, Nikita Paris; number 18, Jordan Nobbs, back after a while; number 19, Alessia Rousseau; number 20, Beth England; and number 22, Niamh Charles. Welcome back to them. Northern Ireland have to have to win against England and rely on points being dropped by Latvia in order to ensure at least a playoff place. Currently, before we get on with the game, just want to point out a couple of stats for Northern Ireland. Julie Nelson is their current most capped player with 123 appearances, and the players have now come out of the tunnel, and we pause for the national anthem, which is God Save the Queen, represented for both England and Northern Ireland.
Williams,
God Save the Queen, sung by both England and Northern Ireland, and the players are now breaking off to their respective sides. Northern Ireland will be kicking from left to right, England from right to left. Northern Ireland wearing all green. Apparently, this is a new shirt which they'll be using during Euro 2022. England wearing their customary white as ever, but with red socks attached. And the format, and just going to go through the lineups for Northern Ireland. In actual fact, it will be a 5-3-2 formation. In fact, it is 4-4-2 with McGee and Vance flanking both sets of defence and midfielders. For England, their lineup is 4-3-3, and Serena Wiegman, I think Serena Wiegman has made a reasonably good choice to stick with what she used for North Macedonia, and England and Northern Ireland getting into a huddle as well. Remember, England and Northern Ireland will play against each other during Euro 2022 in the summer. So for Northern Ireland, this is very much a testing match for them, just to see what they will be up against during the summer. They might be mathematically out. They might have a mathematical chance still of reaching the qualification playoffs for next year's Women's World Cup, but their chances are decidedly slim right now. Kenny Shields standing on the touchline with his arms crossed, and it is actually raining at Windsor Park, and it will be England to kick us off. Everyone getting into position. Our match referee is Reem Hussein of Germany, and with assistant referees Katrin Rafalski and Christina Biel, and the fourth official is Fabian Michel. England to kick us off. It'll be Ella Toone who will have the first. Looks like it will be Ella Toone who will have the first touch of the ball. But a bit of confusion. But it's actually going to be Lauren Hem who will kick the game off for England. Ellen White standing on the touchline as always, and the players take the knee for the ongoing fight against racism and they're straight back up on their feet as we prepare for kickoff. Lauren Hem standing in the centre line, waiting for the whistle to go, as is everyone else. The whistle goes and we are underway at Windsor Park for this World Cup qualifying match between Northern Ireland and England. And England straight into it. But Northern Ireland, and in actual fact, England, an early attack towards goal, but the ball went too wide. That was by Beth Mead. No corners for England. It's resulted in a goal kick to Northern Ireland. Jackie Burns Jackie Burns. This is her 39th. This is her 38th appearance for Northern Ireland. Headed away by Ella Toone. It was almost picked up by Ellen White, and in actual fact, the ball has now gone to Demi Vance, who passes back to Burns, but now it's with Vance again. Vance tried to send it to a defender, but Ellen White was almost there, but Jackie Burns reacted very quickly. Throw-in taken by England. It's now with Beth Mead, who collided with Kelsey Burrows, and that might result in a corner for England, and indeed it does. Lauren Hemp runs up to the corner line to take the corner. Everyone getting into their positions, and it will be Lauren Hemp to take the corner for England. Really bright backing away into the goal area. Lauren Hemp kicks the ball into the corner. A bit of a low pass that time. Ella Toone has the ball and was dispossessed by Burrows, I think it was. But the ball has gone out of play for a throw into England. It will be Lucy Bronze to take the throw, which he does. Bronze throws to Bright, and Bright now passing to, I think that was Leah Williamson. Yes, it was. It's now with Jess Carter. Jess Carter started in the game against Northern Ireland. She was against North Macedonia, I should say, and she was a very strong player as well at that time. Millie Bright now with the ball for England. Just coming up to 2.5 minutes. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 0. Burns has the ball in goal. She passes the ball out to, I think that was Sarah McFadden. McFadden gave the ball away to England. It was almost picked up by White, but Burns was able to pick it up just in time. The ball, I thought, had just been caught by, I think that might have been Abby McGee. I couldn't tell for sure, but Kenny Shields issuing out his instructions from the touchline. Ella Toone has the ball back. It's now with Kira Walsh. Now Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing downfield to the captain Williamson. Williamson passing now to Jess Carter. Carter has to fall back. It's now with Williamson. Now Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing to Lucy Bronze. Bronze to Stanway. Stanway back towards Bronze and Bright. It's now with Kira Walsh again. Kira Walsh passes down the field to Jess Carter. Carter towards Beth Mead. Beth Mead, or Lauren Hemp, I should say. Both have similar hairstyles. And it's now back with the captain, Williamson. Williamson to Kira Walsh. Walsh does a long cross towards Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp picks up the ball, or rather she doesn't, and the ball has gone out for a goal kick. I actually thought she was going to pick it up. Pick it up at the last possible moment, but it's only resulted in what looks to be a goal kick to Northern Ireland. There's Jolie Andrews, who was the Northern Ireland's only goal scorer in their last match against Austria, remember. Bright with the ball, does a long cross. I couldn't see where the ball was going. I think that I didn't look like Ellen White was going to get to it in time. Ellen White is now England's second highest all-time goal scorer for both men and women. Remember, just 3 behind Wayne Rooney. As Burns clears the ball, as Burns clears the ball out. It's now with England. Almost caught by Ella too, but Northern Ireland have the ball back. It's now with Jolie Andrews, but cleared out by Jess Carter. Now it's Ella Toon once more. Lauren Hemp now for England, trying to hold off the defenders, but she's passed to Georgia Stanway. Stanway passes upfield to Williamson. It's now with Millie Bright. Millie Bright, vice captain for England during the Euros, remember? And it's now with, looks like it was Kira Walsh. So it's now back with Williamson. Williamson passes, or does a long cross again to Lauren Hemp. Hemp now finds Ella Toon. Carter almost picks it up, but well dispossessed by Julie Nelson. We're approaching the 6th minute. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 0. But it's a throw-in to England to be taken by Jess Carter. Carter gets ready to take the throw, and she throws to Lauren Hemp, but she has to pass to Leah Williamson, and it's now with Millie Bright. Lauren Wade, some way behind Bright, but Bright now passing to Mary Earps, and she's now found Leah Williamson. Williamson with the ball, she passes back towards Bright. Bright's over the centre line now. She finds Lucy Bronze, but she does a quick pass to Georgia Stanway. Georgia Stanway tries to get to Ellen White, but well dispossessed, but well deflected, I should say, by Julie Nelson. I think that might have, and I think that momentum might have forced Ellen White onto the ground. Just taking another look at it now. Yes, indeed, she did get into a bit of a tangle with White, but so she might not have been the player who deflected the ball. I couldn't actually tell who actually did, so I was just assuming that Nelson did. Anyway, it's a throw into England. Serena Wiegman saying something to the team or other. It's now with Carter, now back towards Williamson. She's now found Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing to Georgia Stanway, has now found Ella Toon. Ella Toon passing to Walsh to Toon. Toon trying to cross forwards to White, but well kept out by Northern Ireland. The ball is now with I think it was Abby McGee, but I couldn't be too sure. Almost a foul on Sarah McFadden, or should I say Kirsty McGuinness. Carter passing back towards Mary Earps. Earps clears the ball forward to Walsh, who passes to Leah Williamson. Williamson now finds Georgia Ella Toon. Yeah, it's now back with Williamson, or Bright, I should say, who passes back to Leah Williamson. Leah Williamson doing a long range cross towards Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp trying to go around Abby McGee, but can't. McGee steals the ball from her, but England have managed to pick. But England have taken the ball back. It's now with Kira Walsh, who passes to Ella Toon. Ella Toon towards Jess Carter. It's difficult to say who has the most possession. I would hazard against England, but Lauren Hemp straight in the goal area. She passing to Beth Mead. That was almost a goal-scoring opportunity for Mead, but it was well deflected by Jackie Burns. Millie Bright has the ball once again for England, but she's being pursued by Lauren Wade. The ball is now with Lucy Bronze, and she's passed to Ellen White, but Northern Ireland have taken the ball off. It's now Rachel Furness. Rachel Furness for Northern Ireland. She's passing to, I think that was Sarah McFadden. But England have managed to. But England now have the ball again. Ella Toon for England. She passes to Walsh. It's now back with Toon. Toon crossing to Lucy Bronze. She has now found Georgia Stanway back towards Millie Bright, and it's now with the captain Leah Williamson. Williamson passing to Jess Carter. Jess Carter doing a long was trying to do a long pass to Ellen White, but Jackie Burns was wise to that. Good teamwork by England, and that was that was the almost a goal scoring opportunity by Beth Mead, but McFadden did very well to deflect that one. It's a throw-in given to England. We're coming up to the 11th minute. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 0. Millie Bright has the ball for England. So I think she passed to Stanway. It's now back with Bronze, and it's a throw-in given to Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland will take the throw-in. Remember that their chances of making a playoff spot are really slim. They've got to win and rely on other teams failing to score if they are to even stand a remote chance. But a throw into Northern Ireland was taken by Wade, but England did really well to intercept that one, and it's another throw into Northern Ireland to be taken by Demi Vance. Demi Vance, the defender who plies her trade now at Rangers. Northern Ireland's throw-in was a poor one. It's been given away to England. It's now with Ella Toon. She tries to find Ellen White. She does. Ellen White now for England, pursued by Vance, but she passes down to Beth Mead, and it's now with Jill Scott. Now taken by Lauren Wade, but Jill Scott managing to hold on. Not for long, though. Lauren Wade now has the ball for Northern Ireland. Trying to pass to Simone McGill, but England have taken the ball back. Walsh towards Stanway. It's now with Mead, and now Lucy Bronze. She passes to Kira Walsh, and it's now been passed to Leah Williamson. Ella Toon, back to Williamson. Williamson with the ball for England. She passes that up the field to Jess Carter. Carter to Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp almost lost the ball to Abby McGee, but she passed to Ella Toon. Good teamwork between those two. Not for long now, though, as Northern Ireland have taken the ball back. Now with the ball is Simone McGill. Simone McGill passing to, I think that might have been Jolie Andrews, but England were wise to that one. Just over 13 minutes gone. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 0 at Windsor Park. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. Bright passing to Williamson. It's now with Jess Carter. Jess Carter trying to go around Simone McGill. She finds Williamson. It's now with Stanway. Stanway loses the ball to the Northern Ireland captain Marissa Callahan, but Millie Bright has managed to pick the ball back up for England. It's now with Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp trying to go around Abby McGee. Can't quite do so. She passes back to Carter, and it's now with Toon. Now back towards Hemp. Hemp passing down the field to Williamson, who finds Millie Bright. It's now with Beth Mead. Beth Mead passes back to Williamson. Williamson towards Toon. Now back to Williamson. Williamson passing to Ellen White. Ellen White tries to find an opportunity. She finds Ella Toon, and Ella Toon's shot was just wide. Had she aimed a few inches closer, that would have been the opening goal for England. Bit of pinball going on around the goal area, and Ella Toon's shot just about missed the left post. It's a goal kick to Northern Ireland. Jackie Burns steps back and kicks the ball. into but the ball has actually gone out, I should say, and it'll be a throw-in given to England. Still 0-0 after 15 minutes. It's very evenly matched, right? It still looks about fairly evenly matched about now, although England have had more opportunities to score. Serena Wiegman deep in conversation with her assistant manager. It'll be Jess Carter to take the throw-in for Northern Ireland. Carter throws to Ella Toone. Ella Toone crossing up the field to Beth Mead. Beth Mead now with the ball. She passes to Lucy Bronze. Bronze passing to the captain, Williamson. Williamson crossing to Hemp, but Hemp passes to Carter. Now Hemp has the ball once more. Trying to go around Nelson. A bit of a scuffle going on between these two, and I think they've brought themselves down. Although I think Hemp was brought down first. A bit of argy-bargy going on between these two, and yes, indeed, Hemp went to ground first before Nelson did. So it's difficult to say who was at fault, but they both got away with it. So I can't say more on that one. Anyway, it's Rachel Furness for Northern Ireland. She's passing to Jolie Andrews, but the ball is now with McFadden. McFadden passing to I think that might have been Nelson Burrows. I think it was. But England have taken the ball back through Jess Carter. Carter passing to Lauren Hemp. Hemp now towards Georgia Stanway. Stanway passes to Mead. Mead towards Lucy Bronze, and Ellen White tries to find a goal scoring opportunity, but can't. Dispossessed by Sarah McFadden. McFadden trying to do a long range pass, but England intercepts. Williamson now with the ball. She passes to Ella Toone. Ball's been clipped away by I think that might have been Kelsey Burrows, but I'm not really too sure about that. Normally you'd expect England to be ahead by this point, but Northern Ireland are holding their ground really well. A bit of a tangle, I think that was going on between White and McFadden. She appeared to have brought White down, but no cards given as of yet by the referee Hussein. Hemp passing to Millie Bright. Millie Bright now with the ball for England. 18 minutes have already been played. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 0. Williamson passing to Jess Carter. Now it's back with Williamson. Williamson passing to Bronze. But Northern Ireland have the ball. I think that was Callahan who had it briefly. It's now with Rachel Furness. Rachel Furness passing to Jackie Burns before Ellen White could get to it. Good teamwork. Nelson pass. I think it was who had the ball, and it was almost picked up by Ella Toone. In fact, I should correct myself. It was Georgia Stanway who passed to Lucy Bronze, and that was almost a goal-scoring opportunity for Ella Toone. Ella Toone couldn't get to the ball in time. I think Burns might have just got a couple of fingertips to it. She did. And I think that will result in a goal kick for Northern Ireland. I was about to say an England corner, but Northern Ireland have the goal kick. 19.5 minutes played, still Northern Ireland 0, England 0. And Ellen White had the ball, but she's given it away to Northern Ireland, and it was almost picked up by Simone McGill. But Mary Earps has managed to get her hands on the ball. She throws it out to Lucy Bronze, who passes to Leah Williamson. It's now with, Millie Brighton. It's now with Williamson. Jess Carter passing to Williamson. Williamson now finds Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing up the field to Lucy Bronze. She's found Beth Mead, though. Beth Mead now with the ball, trying to go around. I think that might have been Kelsey Burrows, but Walsh passing to Mead. But England managed to still have the ball with Williamson. It's now with Carter. Carter passing to Ella Toon. It's now with Stanway, but passing to Millie Bright. Millie Bright going for Leah Williams, Beth Mead, I should say, and Alan White picks it up at the last minute, and it's straight in for an England goal. But is it? In fact, it's not. It's offside. Ellen White was offside, and so that goal won't count. Yes, she was definitely way ahead of both Nelson and McFadden, so White's goal will not count. That's only resulted in a goal kick to Northern Ireland. Or should that be an offside free kick? If you know the rules better than I do, please let me know. And Jackie Burns steps back from the ball. She gets ready to clear it out of the 18-yard box. Raises her hand, kicks the ball out, but it's headed by Williamson, and out it goes for a Northern Ireland throw-in to be taken by, I think, Jolie Andrews, but I can't be too sure. It looks to me as though it was Abby McGee, I should say, who takes the goal kick, throw-in for the Northern Ireland, but it's a throw-in once more to England this time, and it will be taken by Jess Carter. Jess Carter to take the throw, which she does. She throws to Ella Toon, who passes to Millie Bright. Millie Bright now with the ball for England. She passes to Bronze. It's now back with Walsh. Now back to Bright and Ella Toon. It's now with the ball's now with Carter. Carter passing to Ella Toon. It was actually Kira Walsh who had it before she did. Bright towards Bronze. It's now straight towards Georgia Stanway. Georgia Stanway passing to Ella Toon, but defended very well by Northern Ireland. Furness had a brief touch of the ball, but Lucy Bronze was able to nick it off her. Bronze passing down the field to Leah Williamson. Williamson now passes to Jess Carter. Jess Carter passing to Ella Toon. Ella Toon now does a long shot at goal, but Jackie Burns was able to pick that. But Jackie Burns was able to pick that one up. Serena Wiegman in conversation with her assistant manager. Northern Ireland with the ball momentarily, but England have managed to take it off. It's still 0-0 as we approach 24 minutes. Bronze now with the ball, and it's now with Kira Walsh. Bronze to Williamson. Bright to Williamson. Jess Carter now with the ball. She passes to Ella Toon. It's now with Williamson. Now back towards Bright. Bright does a long shot towards Ellen White, but Jackie Burns was able to pick that ball to pick the ball up. Burns clears the ball out of goal, but England managed to pick it up. It's now Georgia Stanway was aiming for Ellen White, but Northern Ireland do very well to intercept that one. They have it briefly, not for long now, though, as England have taken the ball back. It's now with Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp being pursued by Abby McGee. Goes around her. She passes to Ella Toon and passes back to Hemp. And straight in! It's a goal for England. I think Lauren Hemp had the last touch. It looked like she did. England have taken the lead in the 25th minute. This could well signal the start of yet another England steamroller, as they've shown many times throughout this Women's World Cup qualifying campaign. Yes, Hemp did in fact get the last touch of the ball, just lobbed it into the court, just lobbed it into the far right corner of the net. And is she pleased with that one or what? Northern Ireland have to regroup and fast if they are to bring themselves back into contention. But as we know, once England start their goal scoring spree, they just don't stop. McGee had the ball briefly, but it's a throw-in given to England. Abby McGee, very young in age, I believe she is 22 years old. Millie Bright now with the ball. She passes to up the field, I should say, to Lucy Bronze. Now it's back with Bright. Bright now passing to Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh crossing to Bronze, but deflected away by Northern Ireland. It's now back with England. Leah Williamson passes to Jess Carter. Carter finds Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp now with the ball for England. She passes now to Ella Toon. Ella Toon passes to Stanway. It's now with Bronze again. It was almost picked up by Ella Toon, but Northern Ireland were quick to intercept that one. England still managed to hold on to the ball with Williamson. It's now back with Walsh. She passes to Jess Carter. Carter now with the ball, but deflected out of play by Nelson. Great bit of deflection by Nelson, and Lauren Hemp, understandably ecstatic at that goal that she just scored. It looks like it will be a throw-in to England, and a Northern Ireland player has appeared to have gone down. It's Lauren Wade. She's being looked at by the physio. She's seen her fair bit of action throughout this game so far. I think other Northern Ireland players that have stood out for me so far have included Abby McGee and Rachel Furness, although Julie Nelson has seen some action as well. The Northern Ireland physios checking over her leg just to make sure that she is okay. The Northern Ireland supporters looking understandably concerned. Some of the young Northern Ireland supporters giving a bit of a wave. Why not? And Kenny Shields looking very concerned at the situation for what is going on with Lauren Wade. She appears to be back up on her feet, which is good, but I think she's being led, walked around by the physios. They're just trying to get some energy and blood flowing back into her body just so she can carry on playing. Throw-in taken by England. It's now with Leah Williamson towards Millie Bright. Bright passing to Bronze. It's now picked up by Ellen Whites, but Northern Ireland have taken the ball back. Simone McGill passing to, I think it's McFadden. McFadden does a long pass to Simone McGill, I think it was, or was it Jolie Andrews? I think it might have been Andrews, but Andrews has been but Andrews has been given but Andrews has been flagged offside. Yes, she definitely was offside, or in fact, it was Lauren Wade, I should say. Lauren Wade was the player offside. 30 minutes in, still Northern Ireland 0, England 1, and it's now Jess Carter with the ball for the Lionesses. Carter passing to Leah Williamson. Williamson now finding Millie Bright. She's passed to Beth Mead, but it's now gone back to Bright. Williamson now with the ball for England, does a long range pass to Carter, tries to find Lauren Hemp, but Nelson gets there before she does, and the ball is deflected out for a England throw-in, which will be taken by Jess Carter. Carter throws to Toon, and it's now gone back to Carter. It's now back with Ella Toon. Ella Toon passing once more to Jess Carter. It's now with Williamson. Williamson passing it towards Bright. The ball has now been picked up by Beth Mead. Beth Mead passing to Walsh. Now back with Stanway. It's now back with Mead again. It's now with Ellen White. Can she make it the second for England? No is the answer, as she was about to be tackled by McFadden, but a second offside flag has gone up for England. It was, I think it was Lauren Hemp who had the touch the ball at that time, and White was clearly ahead of McFadden at that time. So that offside flag rightfully given, in my view. Goal kick to be taken by Burns, which she does, but it's only resulted in an England throw-in. Going to be taken by Lucy Bronze. She throws to Millie Bright. The ball is now with Leah Williamson. Williamson doing a long range pass to Jess Carter. Carter now finds Williamson. Williamson towards Millie Bright. Millie Bright now passing to Stanway. Now it's with Walsh. Walsh, I should say. But Northern Ireland have taken the ball back. It was, I think it was Jolie Andrews who had that ball. But Millie Bright now has the ball for England. She passes to Beth Mead, crossed by Lucy Bronze towards Beth Mead, but intercepted by Marissa Callahan. Not for long though, as she was fouled by Mead, but a throw-in has been given to England. That looked like Williamson with the ball. Does a long pass to Jess Carter. Jess Carter now with the ball, tackled by Simone McGill. McGill with the ball for Northern Ireland. The ball's now with Jolie Andrews, but Ella Toon has the ball back for England. Hemp to Carter, but taken by Abby McGee, and it's only resulted in a throw-in for England. Abby McGee hold on to the ball just a bit longer and move further away. She would have still been able to hold on to the ball, but that was not the case. And it's now with Lauren Hemp now. That was with Jess Carter briefly, but it's only resulted in, I think, a corner kick now for England, or is it a throw? No, it's a throw to England. 34 minutes have been played. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 1. Carter gets ready to throw, which she does. She throws to Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp now finds Beth Mead. Mead has passed to Georgia Stanway, but she had to give the ball to Millie Bright. Bright now with the ball for England. She's now passed to Lucy Bronze. The ball's now with Georgia Stanway. It's back now to Bronze, and almost picked up by Kira Walsh, but it was intercepted by Lauren Wade. England now have the ball once again. It's with Jess Carter. Lauren Hemp now with the ball. Can she make it a double from this angle? No, is the answer. Great tackle and deflection by Abby McGee. She's seen quite a lot of action throughout the first half. It looks like it will be a corner given to England. Yes, indeed it is. Corner will be taken by Georgia Stanway. Stanway passes the ball into the goal area, but it's now with Kira Walsh, headed away by Julie Nelson, and Leah Williamson now has the ball for England. Williamson passing to White, but bounces off the post. Ellen White unlucky to miss the chance to score that time. Great bit of a play by Williamson towards White, but it was off a Northern Ireland defender that it was deflected off, and that's what prevented White from taking advantage. Another throw-in, another corner, I should say, given to England. It looks like it will be Ella Toon to take the corner. Everyone's now in a safe and secure. Everyone's in a safe and secure position. Toon raises her hands to signal that she's ready. She kicks the ball into the goal area, but headed away by Rachel Furness and almost picked up by Ella Toon, but Lily Bright's able to capitalise for England. The ball is now with, I think that was Ella Toon. The ball's punched away by Jackie Burns. It looked as though Ellen White was going to try and take advantage of that, but it wasn't. But again, it wasn't to be. Burns clearly got to the ball well before she did, just punched it away with her fists. And we're now into the 37th minute. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 1. I would have expected England to have at least put in a couple of more goals by now, but Northern Ireland, despite going a goal down, are still holding their own very well against England. Apart from Austria, apart from Austria, they are the only side to really stand up to England, to have really stood up to England during this World Cup qualifying campaign. Ball is now with Millie Bright, who passes to Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh passing to Leah Williamson. It's now back with Bright. Millie Bright now towards Beth Mead. Beth Mead tries to go around Kelsey Burrows, but can't. And I think it's only going to result in a corner to England, or is it a free kick? I couldn't tell what it will result in. It's in fact going to be a corner, and it will be taken by Lauren Hemp. Hemp gets ready to kick the ball into the 18-yard box, which he does, but it's missed by everybody. The ball just went over everybody's heads. It looks as though they were still as statues and just couldn't get to the ball. And we're about 6 minutes away from half time, and a goal kick has been given to Northern Ireland. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 1. Burns kicks the ball out of the goal area, but it's been intercepted by England, although play has been briefly called to a halt. I think Ella Toon, I think it was due to an incident that might have involved Ella Toon, but an indirect free kick has been given to Northern Ireland, and it will be taken by Julie Nelson. Nelson to take the free kick for Northern Ireland. does a long-range cross, but intercepted by England. The ball has been. His ball is now with Georgia Stanway, who passes to Jess Carter. Carter passing back to Stanway. The ball is now with Walsh. He finds Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing upfield to Lucy Bronze, but Marissa Callaghan has intercepted the ball for Northern Ireland, although Beth Mead has taken the ball back. It's now with Georgia Stanway. Georgia Stanway for England. Stanway passes down the field to Jess Carter. Lauren Hemp now has the ball. And Hemp passing back to Stanway. It's now with Ella Toone. Toone passing to Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze crossing towards Lauren Hemp. That would have been her second, but it went over the crossbar. Unlucky for Hemp to miss that one. There have been more misses for England than goals scored. I think Hemp was just an angle. I think Hemp wasn't at the right angle in my view. Or did McGee deflect the ball? I think Hemp headed in the wrong direction. So unlucky for her not. So like I say, unlucky for her not to make it 2 for England. Northern Ireland have the ball back courtesy of McGill. It's now with Jolie Andrews, but England have taken it. But England have tackled the ball back. It's now with Ella Toone, who's trying to find Lauren Hemp, but McFadden was able to tackle that one. We're just under. We're now about 3.5 minutes away from half time, and already Jackie Burns is feeling the strain. I think she's done something to her back. She's feeling it. She's feeling it. I think she's feeling it. I think there might be a strain or something. Kenny Shields talking to Simone McGill, and I think Abby McGee as well. The Northern Ireland physio is coming over to have a look at Jackie Burns. She's feeling her back just to see if there's any kind of strain. I think there might be. Burns has her hands on her head. This was what happened. She was about to take the goal kick. She was about to take a goal kick, but and that was when she felt the strain on her back. Will she be substituted, or will she be able to carry on playing? I don't know at this moment in time. The physio is still in deep conversation. The physio is still talking to Burns. It looks like it might be Becky Flaherty, who might come on as the reserve goalkeeper for Northern Ireland. Burns is back up on her feet. She appears to be all right. Gets ready to take the goal kick for Northern Ireland. It's still raining at Windsor Park. Burns takes a few steps back and kicks the ball out of the goal area. Was aiming for Rachel Furness, but now it's with Marissa Callaghan. Marissa Callaghan passing to I think that was Demi Vance, but England have taken the ball back from Northern Ireland. Ellen White passing to Lucy Bronze. Bronze now passing back to Bright. Intercepted by Northern Ireland, but England steal it back at the sea of Bronze. Millie Bright now with the ball for England. A minute of normal time left. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 1. Jess Carter passing to Ella Toone, and it's now back with Leah Williamson towards Millie Bright. Millie Bright now with the ball for England. Bright passing back to Leah Williamson. But it's now Jess Carter for England, and she passes to Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh tries to pass to Georgia Stanway, but was tackled by Marissa Callaghan. It's now Stanway with the ball. Stanway passing back to Bright. It's now with Beth Mead. Beth Mead manages to only deflect the ball out. We're now into the 45th minute of normal time. It is likely a couple of minutes will be added on, and in fact, 3 minutes have been added on for stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time. This could be another chart. This could be perfect for England to get their second goal as the first half ticks down, and Ellen White almost heads the ball into the net, but the ball just whistles past the post there. Hemp towards Carter, headed by White, but I think it just bounced off the crossbar. Very unusual for Ellen White to have more misses than goals. Goal kick to be taken by Burns, headed by Hemp, and the ball is now with Nelson. Nelson for Northern Ireland, but it was deflected away by White. And that's yet again a goal kick for Northern Ireland. About a minute and 17 seconds into the first bit of stoppage time. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 1. Burns kicks the ball away. Headed this time by Ella Toon. It was almost picked up by Georgia. It was almost picked up by Stanway, I think it was. But it's now with Walsh. Now Stanway. Stanway passing to Bronze. Bronze now with the ball. She passes to Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing down the field to Leah Williamson. Williamson now towards Carter. Just Carter passing to Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp trying to find Ellen White, but can't. It was intercepted by Marissa Callahan, but Stanway takes the ball back for England. Crossing by Bronze, and White almost heads it in, but misses yet again. What has she got to do in order to score the second goal for England? Nice bit of play by Bronze, but nice bit of play by Bronze towards White. But I think McFadden might have tackled White from behind. If she did, she did a great job in preventing what would have likely been a goal for England. But the ball is now with Northern Ireland. It's with Jolie Andrews this time, straight towards Marissa Callahan, tackled by Demi Vance. That looks a bit rough in my view. Is she going to get a card out of this? The answer is no. But we're into the 48th. But we're into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Just clattered into Lucy Bronze rather unnecessarily, in my view. I am actually surprised she didn't get a yellow card. And in fact, the whistle has gone for half time. It's a surprise that England only go into half time with just one goal. Northern Ireland appear to be holding their own really well, but will their performance hold out long enough into the second half? Half-time score at Windsor Park: Northern Ireland 0, England 1, and we are going to take a break. Join us for the second half. Don't go away.
This one there.
Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Northern Ireland against England during the World Cup, Women's World Cup 2023 qualifying campaign. England currently lead Northern Ireland by 1-0. Northern Ireland need to come up with something fresh and new out of the bag. England just needs to find a way to break through their defence. Northern Ireland, I should say, need to hold England firm and still and also win as well. But need I remind you that they also need to rely on other nations failing to do They need to rely on Austria failing to do well in their game against Latvia if they are to stand even a slim hope of promotion of the playoffs. So 45 minutes stands between them and the rest of their fate and their fates for the Women's World Cup, and it's already underway for the second half at Windsor Park. The rain appears to have been getting heavier, and already England are straight into it. It's now with Jess Carter for England. Carter passing to what looked to be the captain, Leah Williamson. It was Beth Mead who had the ball momentarily. It's now gone back towards Carter. Simone McGill was about to close her down, but a great bit of reaction by Williamson. It's now with Lucy Bronze. Bronze passing to Millie Bright. No half-time substitutions have been made, although Georgia Stanway is pelting up towards goal. She passed to Ellen White, who tried to find a way through, but Jackie Burns was able to save that one fairly easily. So nice save by Burns. Should Georgia Stanway have gone for goal all on her own? Quite possibly, but yet again a great save by Jackie Burns. Burns now has the ball once again. She's kicked it out of the goal area, headed away by Bronze, but Bronze manages to pick it up. It was briefly held by Jolie Andrews, but England have taken the ball back. No, they haven't. It's with McFadden for Northern Ireland, who passes back to Burns. England managed to steal the ball away from Northern Ireland, though. It's now with Bronze, who passes to Bright. Bright crosses up the field to Jess Carter. Carter now with the ball, who finds and passes to Ella Toone. Ella Toone passing to, I think that was Beth Mead. It's now with Jess Carter. Now back towards Kira Walsh. Millie Bright now has the ball. She crosses, was aiming for Lucy Bronze, but missed that one fairly easily, and the ball is now it's now a goal kick. The ball has gone out. He's replaced it by a new one. If anything, the rain in Belfast appears to be getting heavier and heavier, or I think it might be starting to let up. No, it is still raining, albeit less heavily. As Jackie Burns kicks the ball out of the goal area, but it's now with Simone McGill. Simone McGill for Northern Ireland. She passes to Rachel Furness. Now it's with I think it's Demi Vance, but Furness has the ball back for Northern Ireland. Millie Bright, I think, tackled the ball for England, but it's only resulted in a Northern Ireland throw-in, and it will be taken by Demi Vance. Vance gets ready to take the throw-in. Kenny Shields looking on very intently. He must have been disappointed with Northern Ireland's performance in the first half. But can they do any better in the second half? Headed by Bronze, that was a poorly given away throw into Northern Ireland. Lauren Hemp had the ball momentarily, but was fouled by Rachel Furness quite unnecessarily, in my view, and the referee tends to think so as well. She just punched her. She just shoved her in the back, which was very rude and unnecessary, in my view. But no card given. Just been given a talking to by the looks of things, but she should have definitely gone in the books. She should have definitely gone in the book for that one. Millie Bright passing to Kira Walsh. Great interception by Northern Ireland, but a throw-in has been given to England to be taken by Bronze. Bronze throws to Stanway. The ball's been passed to Millie Bright. It's now with Leah Williamson, the captain. Ellen White now, but given away to Northern Ireland. Rachel Furness with the ball, but England take the ball back. Bronze passing up the field to Jess Carter. It's now with Leah Williamson. Williamson passing now to Beth Mead. Beth Mead passes back down to Kira Walsh. It's now with Ella Toon. Ella Toon towards Bronze. Bronze passing back towards Bright and Williamson. Williamson now passing to Toon, but Williamson has the ball back. The ball is now with Beth Mead, but picked up by Sarah McFadden. Good defending by her, and was almost headed by Jess Carter. But England are taking it back. 5 minutes in, it still remains Northern Ireland 0, England 1. Lucy Bronze now with the ball for England. Bronze passing to Hemp. Hemp now back towards Bronze. The meat and the sandwich between Vance and Burrows, but a goal has been given to England. It's the second. It's Ella Toon's first of the game. She scored a hat trick in the 10-0 thrashing of North Macedonia. Could she be on the way to repeating that feat? Great teamwork between Lucy Bronze and Ella Toon. Bronze passed towards Mead, but Mead spotted Ella Toon, and Toon was just there to pounce. No problem. And that is more like the England we know. That is just absolutely in control whenever they get these opportunities to score goals. They are just sublime. So it's now Northern Ireland 0, England 2, and the rain is now starting to get heavier at Windsor Park, and Northern Ireland's admittedly slim playoff hopes are now slipping further and further away. It is now, the ball is now with Jess Carter. It's now gone straight back to Leah Williamson. But Lauren Hemp now has the ball. It's now in the hand. It's now with Lucy Bronze. Now back towards Hemp. Hemp now trying to go around trying to go around the Irish defence. Almost had a chance of goal, but it was punched away by Burns at the last moment. Ella Toone now has the ball back for England. Running towards Ellen White. Ellen White now has the ball. Does well to hold on to it with Jess Carter. Lauren Hemp almost has it and just picked up at the last moment by Jackie Burns. It looked like it was actually going to go towards Sarah McFadden, but it was well saved by Jackie Burns. And Jolie Andrews early on in the game, and it was actually Lauren Wade that's the closest that's the closest Northern Ireland have been to scoring against England, which was way back in the first half, I believe. It's now Lucy Bronze towards Lauren Hemp. Hemp now passing to Georgia Stanway, tackled from behind by Callahan, or at least she tried to, but Hemp managed to hold, Sue managed to hold on to the ball until it went out for a throw-in. Throw-in given to Northern Ireland, and it will be taken by Demi Vance. Vance to take the throw for Northern Ireland. Gets ready to throw. She does. Throws to Lauren Wade by the looks of it, but Williamson is able to pick the ball up for England quite easily. Williamson now passing to Lily Bright. Lily Bright now with the ball. She finds Ella Toone. It's now with Jess Carter. Carter tries to get to Lauren Hemp, I should say, but Jackie Burns was too quick for her. 55 minutes in, it's Northern Ireland 0, England 2, and a couple of England players warming themselves up. They could well come on as substitutes. One of them is Beth England. It's now with ball's now with Ella Toone. She was passing to Ellen White, but White just could not get to the ball in good time. So it's a goal kick for Northern Ireland. Burns trying to find a good position to kick the ball, and which she does, but poorly given away to England. It's now with Ella Toone. Jolie Andrews trying to take it off, but nothing doing, as England managed to keep the ball by passing it to and fro. Williamson towards Jess Carter. Carter now finds Beth Mead. It's now with Ella Toone. Now back towards Mead. Crossed by Mead towards Toone. Now back with Mead. Mead finds Ellen White. Ellen White goes down, but Mead takes her place. It's now with Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp crossing, I think, towards Georgia Stanway, but headed away by Marissa Callahan. Northern Ireland still holding out. Really well, despite going a couple of goals down. It's a corner kick has now been given to England, and it will be taken, I think, by Jess Carter. Jess Carter gets ready to kick the ball into the goal area, which she does, and it was almost headed in by Millie Bright. I think Rachel Furness might have blocked her, and I think she got momentarily upset about that. But it's only resulted in another corner for England, and this one to be taken by Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp raises her hand, steps back a few paces, and gets ready to kick the ball into the goal area. Just grabs hold of the corner flag. momentarily. She kicks the ball into the goal area, and it's been and the ball is now with Millie Bright. Millie Bright with the ball for England. She passes to Leah Williamson. The ball is now well out of the goal area, straight towards Jess Carter. It's now with Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp crossing into the 18-yard box, but saved by Jackie Burns. In fact, that would have actually been a long-range goal. England still lead Northern Ireland by 2-0 in the 58th minute. Ball now kicked out by Jackie Burns, and it's only resulted in an England throw-in. The England throw-in will be taken by Lucy Bronze, and the ball is now with Mary Earps for England, their goalkeeper. She hasn't seen much action throughout this game, so something for her to do. It's now Kira Walsh to Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing to Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze now with the ball for England, and it's gone straight towards Ella Toone. The ball is now with Northern Ireland. Jolie Andrews trying to cross to Lauren Wade, but England get there before she does, and Mary Earps now has the ball. Mary Earps now has the ball, and she's already passed it out to Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh passing down the field to Lucy Bronze. We're coming up to the hour mark now. It's now the ball's now with Jess Carter. Carter, what can she do? She passes to Leah Williamson. Williamson now with the ball for England. She finds Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp now with the ball. She goes around. She darts around Jackie Burns, and it's 3 for England. Her second of the game, and England surely well and truly on their way to victory. Whether they'll automatically qualify after this game is unknown, as Austria are doing really well in their game against Latvia. We'll let you know the full results after this game, and we'll also let you know the results of how other home nations. We'll also let you know how other home nations did, such as, for example, Wales playing a game against Kazakhstan. Scotland are playing against Spain, and there's also a game involving the Republic of Ireland. But like I said, we will confirm with you after the game as Rachel Furness makes way for Chloe McCarran. Chloe McCarran coming on as a substitute. Actually started the last game against Austria before being replaced by Jolie Andrews, and Lauren Wade comes off to be replaced by Kirsty McGuinness, as Kelsey Burrows now passes the ball to Jackie Burns. So a minute over the hour mark. It's now Northern Ireland 0, England 3. But Walsh now passing the ball to Beth Mead. Beth Mead now passing it back towards Walsh. It's now Jess Carter towards Ella Toone. Ella Toone passing to Jess Carter. Carter dispossessed momentarily by Abby McGee. But it's a throw-in to England, and Carter throws to, I think that was Leah Williamson. It's now with Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh crossing to Lucy Bronze, but Northern Ireland were able to dispossess. That was Demi Vance who managed to tackle the ball off. Rachel Daly looks like she might be coming on as a substitute, as indeed is Beth England. But there is the matter of this throw-in to take place by Lucy Bronze. Bronze throws towards Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing now to Ella Toon. It's now, the ball is now with Lauren Hemp. Hemp passing back towards Leah Williamson, I should say. Williamson to Mead, now Walsh, back to Williamson, and it's now with Millie Bright. Millie Bright now with the ball. She passes to Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze with the ball. She's passing back to, I think that was Kira Walsh. It's now with Williamson once more. Is Jess Carter, finds Ella Toon. Ella Toon has Jolie Andrews breathing down her neck, but Northern Ireland managed to take it momentarily, but not for long, though. England have it back. Williamson with the ball once more for England. It's now back. It's now been passed to a Stanway, and now it's with Ella Toon. Toon passing to Kira Walsh. Walsh now passing back to Williamson. Williamson now poorly giving the ball away to Northern Ireland, but England take the ball back. It's now with Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze passing to Lauren Hemp. It's now back with Bronze. Bronze finds Walsh, who passes to Stanway, but Northern Ireland have taken the Northern Ireland do well to take the ball back. It was briefly with Simone McGill, but England have managed to take the ball away from them again. Walsh does a cross to Jess Carter. Carter passing to Beth Mead, and Mead passing back to Carter. It's now with Ella Toon, who passes back to Carter. Ella Toon now with the ball for England. It's now with Kira Walsh. Walsh passing back towards Bright. Bright now finds Lauren Hemp. Northern Ireland's preventing more England goals from coming in, but how long will this last? It's now with Demi Vance. Vance now with the ball for Northern Ireland, although Millie Bright is looking to take it off her, almost does so, but it's only resulted in a throw-in to England. And speaking of England, the substitutions have been made. Ellen White makes way for Beth England, and it looks to me as though Jess Carter will make way for Rachel Daly. Rachel Daly has made a few appearances as a substitute for England during their World Cup qualifying campaign. Actually scored a couple of goals. Will she be adding any more to her tally? Here? We shall see. As the throw-in has been taken by Northern Ireland, picked up by Kirsty McGuinness, but England have taken the ball back. The ball is now with Ella Toon. She passes to Leah Williamson. Williamson crossing the ball towards Stanway. Stanway has it. Stanway passing to Lucy Bronze. Bronze passing the ball now to Kira Walsh. And it's now with Lucy Bronze. But the ball has been picked up once more by Ella Toon. And the ball is now with Kira Walsh. But Northern Ireland are still doing well to keep the ball out of England's reach. Crossed by Williamson towards Daly. Daly now with the ball. He passes to Ella Toon. It's now with Beth Mead. Beth Mead passing back to Daly. The ball was almost tackled by Abby McGee, but throw-in has been taken by Daly. The ball is now back firmly with England. It's now Millie Bright. Bright crossing towards Lauren Hemp by the looks of it. Yeah, it is Lauren Hemp, and she's passed to Lucy Bronze. Almost headed in by Beth Mead, but defended really well by McGee. And that's only resulted in, and will that result in a corner for England, or will it be just a single goal kick? We'll find out. We'll find out in a moment or two, as everyone steps back a little bit. Play appears to have been stopped for some reason. We'll let you know. We'll let you know what it is. We'll let you know what it is shortly. And the faces of the Northern Ireland supporters know that that their nation's chances of reaching the World Cup playoffs are looking slimmer than ever before, and it's going to be a throw-in once more to Northern Ireland. It looks like it will be taken by Abby McGee. It's still Northern Ireland 3, England still Northern Ireland 0, England 3, as Lauren Hemp passes to Georgia Stanway. Now back towards Hemp. Hemp now finds Kira Walsh. Walsh crossing up the field towards I think that might have been Mead or whoever it was. I think it might have actually been Ella Toon anyway. The ball swiftly picked up by Jackie Burns. 68.5 minutes in, it's still Northern Ireland 0, England 3. Headed by Vance. It's now been picked up by Marissa Callahan, but Lucy Bronze was able to steal it for England, and the ball is now with Rachel Daly. Daly passing up the field towards Ella Toon. Ella Toon now finding Beth Mead, but well tackled by Northern Ireland. The ball now firmly back with England. It's Millie Bright. Millie Bright passing to I think Millie Bright passing to Walsh. Now it's with Stanway. Stanway towards Bronze. Bronze now finds Walsh. It's now gone back towards Bright. Bright now passing up the field to Ella Toon. Now back towards Kira Walsh. Walsh finds I think Ella Toon. Ball is now going towards Ella Toon. I was mistaken. She is actually further up the field. Toon trying to go around Chloe McCarran. Does so, and it's the fourth for England. It's Georgia Stanway. England are now well and truly in front. It looks like they could well be on their way to winning. And like I say, the faces of the Northern Irish supporters know that defeat is very much inevitable. And with that will go any chance of qualifying for the Women's World Cup. This was what happened. Georgia Stanway, I think it was actually Ella Toon. She was about to pass to Lucy Bronze, but Georgia Stanway was in the right place at the right time and just poked it in without any efforts, despite almost being tackled from behind by McCarran. But that doesn't matter. England are now 4-0 up with just under 20 minutes to go. The ball is now with Nikita Paris, who I believe has come on as a substitute. We'll let you know very shortly who she has replaced. Paris hasn't started an England game for quite a while now. In fact, she's replaced Beth Mead. Beth Mead probably wondering why she didn't score anything throughout this game, as she did in the match against North Macedonia last week. Mary Earps kicks the ball out for England straight towards I think that might have been Bronze. Anyway, the ball's now with Kelsey Burrows. It's now with Marissa Callahan. Callahan poorly gives it away to Bronze, and in fact, it's Nikita Paris who briefly had the ball, but was brought down by Demi Vance rather violently by the looks of it, and Nikita Paris in some kind of agony. Demi Vance gets the yellow card, quite rightly so, in my view. Whatever she did, she didn't need to do. I think she might have pulled her hair by the looks of it. That is about the worst thing I've ever seen commentating on a women's football match. So a free kick has been awarded to England, and it'll either be Georgia Stanway or Lauren Hemp to take the free kick for England. It looks to me as though it will be Lauren Hemp. No, Georgia Stanway, as Hemp takes a few steps back. Georgia Stanway composing herself as McGuinness and Andrews are forming a defensive wall. But the defensive wall is breached momentarily, but the ball does not go anywhere near the goal. So a poorly timed free kick by England. And that's only going to result in another England corner with about 17 minutes. With about 17 minutes to go, can England add another goal or two to really seal this match for them? The England supporters that travel to Northern Ireland will be loving this, I am sure, as the ball bounces off the net. I think that was defended by, I think the ball might have been deflected off by Demi Vance. But either way, it's resulted in yet another corner for England. Will it be third time lucky for the Lionesses as they seek their fifth goal? It's Lauren Hemp to take the corner for England this time. She takes a few steps back and kicks the ball into the goal area, punched away by Burns. But well deflected by Jolie Andrews, and it still remains Northern Ireland 0, England 4 as we approach the last quarter of the second half, and it looks like Northern Ireland are going to make another 2 substitutions. It looks to me as though Rebecca McKenna and Nadine Caldwell will be coming on as Jolie Andrews sprints off the pitch. It looks like she'll be making way for Nadine Caldwell. Indeed, she does. So on comes Caldwell. We'll let you know very shortly who Rebecca McKenna will be coming on for. As we now enter the 75th minute, as Kelsey Burrows comes off and Caldwell comes on. Throw in once again to England. It'll be taken by Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze throws towards Lauren Hemp. It's now with Millie Bright. Millie Bright gives the ball away to Simone McGill. Simone McGill passing to, I think that was McKenna, but the ball has been dispossessed and sent out for an England throw, and it will be taken by Daly. Daly to take the throw for England, which he does. The ball is now with Kira Walsh, although it was briefly with Kirsty McGuinness. It's now with Ella Toone. Ella Toone now with the ball for England, passing to Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp now for England. She's trying to find Beth England, which she does, and England almost had a chance to score, but was brought down at the last, but was tackled from behind at the last moment by I think that might have been Lauren Wade or whoever it was. I couldn't quite tell, but England aren't giving up, and neither, it seems, are Northern Ireland. They may well be looking at a consolation goal right now. The way things stand, their chances of even making the playoffs, let alone qualifying for next year's Women's World Cup, are pretty much dead in the water. As Millie Bright has the ball and she passes to Lucy Bronze. It's now with Ella Toone. Ella Toone finds Lauren Hemp, who's been brought down from behind by Sarah McFadden. And it'll be a throw-in to Northern Ireland this time, even though Hemp even though Hemp was fouled allegedly. So a throw in to be taken by Vance for Northern Ireland, clipped away by Bright. So was aiming for Nikita Paris, but the ball was cleared away by I think Nelson. Coming up to around 12 minutes left on the clock. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 4. As it's a corner kick given to England. It'll be taken once more by Lauren Hemp. Hemp kicks the ball into the goal area. Now it was almost picked up by, I think, Georgia Stanway. But it's now with Ella Toon. Ella Toon crossing into the goal area, headed clear by Nelson. Not for long though, as England take the ball back. It's now Beth England was trying to go around Julie Nelson. She does. Manages to hold on. She passes back to Millie Bright. Millie Bright crossing back into the goal area again towards Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp finds Georgia Stanway, and it's England's 5th goal. Stanway second of the game, and it's 5-0 now for England. Surely that has got to be it for England now. And England now can just stroll through the remainder, can now just stroll through the remaining 11 minutes to this 5-0 victory. But I'd say it's pretty much now game over for Northern Ireland. Well headed by Lauren Hemp towards Stanway. A bit of a messy touch of the ball there. I think it came off a player's head, but the goal still counts as Stanway's second and the 5th for England. Northern Ireland will all in all likely be looking at a consolation goal. Here's Kirsty McGuinness trying to find Marissa Callahan, but tackled by Bright, and out it goes for a throw. The ball's gone out for a throw, and it will be taken by Demi Vance. Remember, Lauren Wade. Had the closest goal-scoring opportunity in the first half. Will any of Northern Ireland's players even get close to that within the final 10 minutes? As that looks to be Chloe McKenna, poorly giving the way, Rebecca McKenna, I should say, poorly giving the ball away to England. It's now with Nikita Paris. Nikita Paris, I was actually mistaken. England look like they're not going to be resting on their laurels. They are potentially looking for a 6th, but well picked up by Jackie Burns. England have to hold. England have got to. England have just got to hold on to their lead, and the game will be very much theirs. I don't think they're going to automatically qualify for the World Cup. They may well have to wait until their penultimate game against Austria, which will take place in September, a full 2 months after which will be about 2 months after the Women's Euros this summer. Don't forget, Northern Ireland and England will be in the same group, as will Austria. The only different team that will be in their group will be Norway, as Abby McGee comes off the pitch to make way for Cara Hamilton. Cara Hamilton, Cara Hamilton, who plays for Glentoran women. Glentoran women. But throw-in taken by Northern Ireland. It ends all too briefly, as that will result in a corner now to Northern Ireland. This, I believe, is their first of the game. In the 82nd minute, they still trail England by 5-0. Can they get a consolation goal from this? Everyone getting ready. Everyone getting ready. Everyone getting ready for the corner kick to take place. I think it's Sarah McFadden who is to take the corner kick for Northern Ireland. No, it isn't. But well defended by England. It's now with Cara Hamilton. Cara Hamilton gets her first touch of the ball about a minute after she's brought on. Nikita Paris now with the ball towards Ella Toon. Now was going back towards Nikita Paris, but well tackled, well intercepted by Demi Vance. The ball is now with Jackie Burns, now passing back towards Vance. Vance passing down, Vance clearing the ball out, but it's not going to amount to anything as it's a throw-in to England. As it'll be a throw-in to Northern Ireland. Vance throws to McFadden. The Northern Ireland supporters, young and old, know very well that their World Cup dream is all but over. It only remains to be seen how well Austria do against Latvia. We'll let you know the full results of that game after full time. But Northern Ireland just have to at least search for a consolation goal. But just having a look at the attendance, 15,348 supporters at Windsor Park. Both tickets for this game for Northern Ireland supporters were sold out, as indeed were the tickets for the England supporters that travelled across the Irish Sea to get there. Earps kicks the ball out of England's goal area, but it was almost with Demi Vance. Now it's back with England. Ella Toon passing to I think it's Georgia Stanway now back towards Toon. Toon now back towards Daly or Stanway. It's now with Daly passing back towards Earps. Now Millie Bright. 5 minutes to go. It's still Northern Ireland 0, England 5. Lucy Bronze now with the ball for the Lionesses, who passes back to Bright. It was almost picked up by Chloe McCarron, but England still managed to hold on to the ball. Given away this time to Northern Ireland, and Rebecca McKenna. McKenna does a cross. Was aiming for Marissa Callahan, but Callahan couldn't get to it in time. Offside flag given though, so even if Callahan had got to it, it would have been ruled out as offside. As Georgia Stanway, who scored not too long ago, is going to be substituted for Jordan Nobbs. Jordan Nobbs, one of the more experienced players in the side, has featured for the team in the 2015 World Cup in Canada and also the 2019 World Cup in France. Also featured for the team in Euro 2017 in the Netherlands as Lauren Hemp tries to do a low shot in towards goal, but Jackie Burns was able to save that one. Hemp, it wasn't actually a low shot. It was actually raised. It was actually raised a bit, but Burns, I should say, was able to save that one with ease. Throw in to England to be taken by Lucy Bronze. Bronze throws to Beth England, but it's a throw-in given to England again to be taken by Bronze. Bronze trying to hold off. I think that was McGill, but the ball has gone out of play for a throw, and it will be Demi Vance to take the throw for Northern Ireland. Serena Biegman watching the game intently. although I think she must be very satisfied with how England are performing. England have yet to lose a single game under her management. As Millie Bright passes to Leah Williamson, and it's now gone to Nikita Paris. It's now back with Ella2. Now straight back towards Paris. It's across to Paris. I think that might have been Daly not too long ago. Rebecca McKenna trying to tackle the ball off Paris with about 2 minutes to go. Ella2 now passing to, I think that was I think that might have been Jordan Nobbs, but it's only going to result in another throw into England. I think the ball was deflected off a Northern Ireland player, as Georgia Stanway just taking it all in and reflecting on her part throughout the game. As Simone McGill was brought down by I think it was Bright. It looked to me as though it was, and yes, indeed, it was Millie Bright. Millie Bright lucky to get away with it. That did look rather unnecessary in my view. Should at least be given a verbal warning. We're now into the penultimate minutes of the second half. There will likely be at least 1 or 2 minutes added on. And it's a free kick given to Northern Ireland to be taken by Demi Vance, which it has. Headed away by Daly. It's now with McKenna. McKenna for Northern Ireland. McKenna crossing towards, I think that was McFadden. McFadden now with the ball for Northern Ireland. She's passed to, I think that was Wade or whoever. Now it's back with McFadden. Daly towards England, and now it's with Ella Toon. Ella Toon tries a long range shot, but that's saved by Jackie Burns. Jackie Burns saves that one easily for England. We're now into the 90th minute. Will there be any additional minutes added on? We shall see. As it's headed by Bronze, it's now with Marissa Callaghan, and Callaghan sends the ball out for a throw-in to England. Kenny Shields, understandably very unhappy about how the game has gone for Northern Ireland. 2 minutes have been added on. Serena Wiegman did say in the pre-match press conference that Northern Ireland are not to be underestimated, but if Northern Ireland have only shown 1 or 2 flashes of what they could really do, but England have well and truly just stamped their authority on this game. Corner given to England to be taken by Lauren Hemp. Could this result in a 6th goal for England? And the answer to that is no, as Millie Bright almost had me say something else, as she did a shot from inside the 6-yard box, and that could have gone in had she aimed a bit lower, but as it happened, it just went over the crossbar. So we're now into the penultimate minutes. So we're now into what looks to be the last couple of minutes of this additional period of injury time, and so the ball has gone out for an England throw-in, and it looks like it will be taken by Daly this time. Daly throws to Kira Walsh, and I can now just realised that I need to pick out my player of the match, and whilst I do that, there goes the whistle. England have won against Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland's hopes have taken a serious battering. It looks like it's all over for England, and my player of the match has got to be Ella Toon for for her incredible performance, both in front of goal and in assisting her teammates. So well done to her as well. And I can now reveal that Northern Ireland's hopes have now been dashed as Austria have won 8-0 against Latvia. Latvia, one of the bottom sides. Latvia, bottom of their World Cup qualifying group, and Luxembourg also beat North Macedonia 2-1. Elsewhere for the just going to take a look at other home. Let's just going to take a look at other home nations matches now before we sign off. Scotland lost 2-0 to Spain in their qualifying group. Wales won 3-0 away to Kazakhstan. Natasha Harding, one of the scorers, and it was on her 100th appearance for Wales, and the Republic of Ireland drew 1-1 in their game against Sweden. Casey McCabe being the only goal scorer for Northern Ireland in the 44th minute. Final score at Windsor Park: Northern Ireland 0, England 5. And on that note, thank you for listening to the Commentary Hub's coverage of this crucial World Cup qualifying campaign for both sides. Even though it eventually went England's way, I've been Nicholas Jones. I'll be seeing you very soon. Take care now. Goodbye.